in the mid 2000s, late 2000s, India and China were being seen as two rising giants. We were compared with China all the time. Somehow it seems that in the last 2 decades, they have made a quantum leap over there, and we are still sort of catching up in a way. What changed so drastically?
No, I think that departure happened turn of the century, right? I think in the 90s, the Chinese really left us far behind, and by the time the century changed, they were on a different trajectory. What happened was that they were able to do what we are doing now then, which is getting infrastructure right, investing in ports, investing in roads, investing in colleges and schools. You saw our QS ranking recently, right? Indian more universities are now
finally rising.
Finally.
Yeah.
That was happening in China 20 years ago.
Of course.
So the point I'm trying to make here is that they were building social infrastructure, physical infrastructure, connectivity, and
simultaneously,
at the same time. So I think, like I said, in 2008 they were exactly where we are today. So we are 16 to 17 years displaced, and that 16 to 17 years has its provenance in the 80s and 90s. What we did then cost us a decade and a half of setbacks in relative terms, right? We were still growing, by the way, so it's not as if we did not. But that is where they really took a long leap,
yes,
and were able to scale the heights that they are in. And by the way, we must appreciate what they did for their own country, right? Now, of course, there is a difference in political systems and decision making and the concentration that the Communist Party, concentration of power that the Communist Party enjoys. And all that is true. But I think our story has a texture and a certain element of romance which is unique. We are going to be the first non-Western country where we are going to establish that through a loud, sometimes rowdy democracy, we can still grow and we can still build and we can still deliver. So I think what we will do would be in many ways the largest service to a liberal, plural, inclusive political system, because the Western models have not been able to do that.
They've kind of a blueprint for young democracies too, right? Younger democracies.
I think blueprint for the global south, as it were, and I'm using that term very broadly, which includes democracies that are experimenting with their future in Africa, in Asia, in Latin America. So I think an Indian story has a different texture. We have to catch up, and we have to work very hard to make this story even more appealing and even more compelling for others. End of the day, our success will matter, because unless we succeed, folks are going to believe that this model is problematic. And I think our success continues to strengthen the model that we have.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.